Thank you guys for 100 subscribers. I know it's not much in the big grand scheme of YouTube, but for me it is very special. You guys are making dreams come true, and it's just crazy to think 100 people are watching my videos about my passions and just what I'm talking about. So thank you guys very much. I really appreciate your guys' viewership. So I posted a poll yesterday on my Instagram asking you guys to send in some questions, and I thought it would be cool to answer those questions and also discuss where this channel is going, while also taking you guys on a beautiful drive on Alaska's scenic highway. So let's not waste any time, get the GoPro hat on, and get on the road. But the first car I ever bought by myself, and my first sports car, was actually a Integra GSR. That thing was also a beater with a heater and barely ran. The motor was good, but the whole exterior was really poorly taken care of. And anyways, I picked it up, and the whole goal was to also learn manual with this car, because at this point the STI was definitely my dream car, and I wanted to learn how to drive stick before I abused my STI trying to learn how to drive stick. So this thing was a 5-speed, had a stage 4 racing clutch, so it was the worst car to learn on. I stalled so many times, man. But man, this thing was my little baby, dude. It was like lowered, the shocks were like done on the car. I got the car extremely cheap, but yeah, man, I loved that little thing, man. The thing was so fun. It was a fantastic first sports car to learn manual on and to just have some fun with. Actually, when I was learning manual, it was really bad. I have a really bad story. So I was in front of my school, and it was summer break, but the whole school gathered to play some volleyball, and my dad dropped me off with the car. He was driving at the time, and we went and talked to some people, and when we were leaving, he was like, okay, you're driving, you're gonna drive the car out of here. And at this point, I was really freaking nervous, because I wasn't good at it yet. And this is my third time I think I drove the car, and I was putting the car into gear, and I just kept stalling it. Just it was so embarrassing. Like, my whole class was watching me, laughing at me, and I couldn't drive my car. And so I melt into the back of my seat. My dad is embarrassed, secondhand embarrassment over here, like, I'm not helping you through this, man. Like, I'm not getting out of this car and switching with you. You gotta do this. And after like 20 tries, and I was just sweating my ass off, man. I was so nervous, and I finally got the car moving and got it going. After that, it was a piece of cake. But yeah, that was my first car, Integra GSR, 1998. So you original OG 100 subscribers, you guys probably recognize this place. This place is the exact place I filmed my first YouTube video, the first place I hit record and recorded my first POV and my first YouTube video. For some reason, it feels like so long ago. It really wasn't that long ago. It was just a few months ago at the beginning of the summer, man. But this was the exact road I took you guys on in the first video. So the second question is, what are your plans for your STI? Right now, I'm gonna wait until the motor dies or until I have enough money to rebuild it. So for those that don't know, my car is almost at 160,000 miles. And this is the stock motor. This is the original motor that came with the car. And for those that don't know, EJs and the STI are really notoriously unreliable, if you will, after 150,000. They just have weak head gaskets and weak heads. I mean, they just normally go out around 150. Usually before that, people replace their motors. So the fact that this thing's still running on the factory motor at this age is pretty incredible. But once it goes, or when I get enough money to, I'm gonna replace it with forged block, forged heads, forged everything pretty much. I really want to go for 350 to 400 wheel horsepower. Nothing too crazy. It's definitely not gonna be a race car, but something that's gonna provide a little bit more than stock. I mean, if you're gonna rebuild your engine, you might as well make it much quicker than when you got it. this is always, I think, gonna be my daily. I'm always gonna keep this car. I'm never gonna sell it. So I don't want to get it to the point where it's gonna be unreliable, but I want it to the point where it's gonna have a lot of power when I need it to, and still be fun and reliable. And I'm thinking about getting some new wheels eventually, but I'm just so happy with how this car stands. Like, the factory look. I mean, this car really is one of the perfect cars in my... The third question I got is, do you plan on making any other videos with any other Subis? Well, yes, I do plan on making some more videos with other Subis and other cars. That's definitely gonna come next summer for sure. And even this winter, I would really like to get some interviews in and just hang out with other car people, make some cool car montages and stuff. So yes, other cars are definitely coming to this channel. I love those Jersey barriers. I cannot resist myself. Jersey barrier, any kind of barrier, full send. So the next question we have is, what is your dream car? So I really like that. So the STI has always been my dream car ever since I was a kid, but now I have it and I love it. It's never going anywhere. This Hawkeye is gonna stay with me till the day I die. But I have always had a car above the Hawkeye, the STI, and for those who know me in person in real life know what I'm talking about. It is a Ferrari. I am a huge Tifosi and I absolutely love Ferrari. Definitely my favorite car brand out there. But there's two Ferraris specifically that I would love to own, and the reason why I'm not saying just the one dream car is because I can't decide between the both of them. I mean, I want them both just as bad as the other. The first one is, I need to have a manual F430. The F430 to me, first of all, it's a great looking car. Second of all, it's the last gated manual V8 Ferrari they ever made. And the stories I hear from driving it is like no other, driving a manual supercar. So I definitely need an F430, specifically in a 6-speed manual. If anything, buy the automatic and switch it. Swap it to a 6-speed. The next Ferrari is a 458. I absolutely need a 458 in my life. The Ferrari 458 is just a perfect car all around. I mean, the styling, the looks, the driving, the character of the car. I mean, you just can't go wrong. And I can't choose between the manual 430 and the 458. I love them equally as much and will be happy to own either one, whichever one comes first. So here's more of a technical question. What do I film my videos with? So right now, my POV I'm filming right now, I'm filming with a Hero 8, a GoPro Hero 8. I record in 4K, 30p on my GoPro, and yeah, that's pretty much it. It's just a GoPro hooked up to a hat. That's how I do my POVs. As for my regular camera work, I do have a Nikon Z50, and that's just basically a very cheap entry-level mirrorless camera. It does the job. I'm trying to improve the quality of my films, so it's more like I'm focusing more on how to film, what to film, versus my gear, because the gear will gradually get better as my skills get better. But that's what I film with, and that's what does the job so far. And of course a tripod and a few microphones. So our next question is, what's it like living in Alaska? I absolutely love it. I mean, it has its upsides, it has its downsides. I guess to start with the upsides is the nature. I mean, how easy it is to disconnect from just the world and get lost in nature here. It's so incredibly easy. It's like nowhere else, and it's just beautiful pretty much all year around. I mean, winter has its perks, summer has its perks. I mean just look at this place. I mean, this is just daily drive. I mean, sometimes we also take it for granted. Alaskans definitely take our home for granted sometimes, just because we're so used to it. We grew up in this, and oh my god, there's so many places I would like to share on this channel. It's definitely the nature. I think that's the best part about Alaska, is the overall natural beauty of the place. The downsides, are definitely winter. I'm definitely a summer guy. Love the summer, love the heat. So winter, I do struggle a little bit in winter, almost every single year. Cabin fever is really a real thing up here. Cabin fever is when you are pretty much stuck inside for long periods of time, and that's usually what happens in the winter. I mean, if you're not skiing or snowboarding or snow machining, I mean, there's not really much to do here. You just do your best, have a positive attitude. And I guess the next thing would be you're really secluded from the other side of the world, you know what I'm saying, to the rest of the world. I mean, our town, it's not big. It's definitely no LA or no like Tokyo or something like that. And I always love visiting the lower 48s and other countries and stuff and just experiencing that city life. We do not have a city life here. We're pretty secluded. It's like we're on our own planet. Will I stay here forever? Probably not. Will I always have a home here? Absolutely. I'll always have a cabin, always have a home here in Alaska. But I would definitely like to move, experience something new. I would really like to move to Colorado. Colorado seems like a really nice place to go to, and me and my girlfriend, we really love Vancouver, Canada. Vancouver, British Columbia, I just absolutely love it. We took a trip down there this summer, and it was absolutely perfect. I mean, definitely want to go back and just test it out, learn, you know, also the downsides of living in Vancouver, but that's probably where we're going to end up in the next few years. I absolutely love it in Canada. I absolutely love it in Vancouver. So, yeah, I'm always going to have a home here. I love the mountains way too much to leave them for good. So our next question, where is this channel headed? That is a fantastic question. I ask myself that almost every single day now. This is a car channel. It will always be a car channel. But at the same time, I also don't want to box myself in as just a car channel. I have a big passion for videography and storytelling. I would love to share other things, other aspects of my life, other things I would think that you guys would find interesting. That'd be life advice or hiking or just other experiences. So I guess this is and always will be a car channel, but I definitely am gonna break off and do other things with it. That's just the idea for now. I mean, it's still pretty early to just pick one thing. So, I mean, I guess we'll see where it goes. But I definitely have other ideas and have other things I am going to put on this channel here pretty soon. And just test the waters, see what you guys like. And most importantly, I want to post what I want to post. I mean, if you're not posting what you want to post, I mean, it kind of takes the whole fun out of this thing, you know? I guess if you're just in it for the numbers, but I'm not just in it for the numbers. I'm looking for a way to express that creativity, get out there, just pull whatever's inside of me, and I don't even know really what that is, and just put it out there, you know? And this is my medium for it, YouTube, videography. So that was a very complex answer. Hopefully that gave you an idea. Still trying to figure it out myself, but thank you. So I just got done looking at the GoPro footage. That was a really bumpy ride, and I really apologize for that, guys. But anyways, that wraps it up for this video. Thank you guys for all your viewership. Thank you guys for all your likes. Thank you guys for all your subscribes and shares. Really appreciate it. I hope to see you guys at 100K, and I will see you guys very, very soon. See you later.